Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm a software developer, I'm building an app, and you should give me money. I should explain. This is Pocket Dimension. Kind of. It's the loading screen for one of the 580 billion worlds that Pocket Dimension contains. Imagine slicing the Earth up into a 30-meter grid. Pocket Dimension assigns each of those squares an ID, uses your GPS to figure out which one you're in, and once it does, it uses that ID to generate terrain, load objects and structures that have already been built in that location, and if there's anyone else online in the same dimension, it starts a multiplayer session, complete with audio and video chat. Once you're in a dimension, you can start collecting resources and using them to build things. It's sort of a mining, crafting system where you mine and craft, which is a new idea that I invented. Pocket Dimension makes it as simple as possible to build complicated things. You can create reusable groups out of things you build and share those blueprints with others, and they'll be able to use those blueprints inside of other blueprints, and use those blueprints inside of other blueprints, and use those blueprints inside of other blueprints. You get the idea. Over time, with the community working together, creating cool things will become really straightforward. I say straightforward, I don't mean easy, because everything in Pocket Dimension costs energy and resources. Let's say you want to build a 100-meter cube out of tritium, because, let's face it, who doesn't want that? Each Pocket Dimension only produces a few resource types, and tritium has a rarity of less than 1%, so if you want to get your hands on some, you're going to have to spend some time exploring the real world and hoping you get lucky. In a way, Pocket Dimension turns the entire Earth into a bunch of loot boxes, except instead of participating in a series of predatory microtransactions, you have to touch grass. If that's a deal breaker for you, you're going to have to hope that someone out there is mining the resource you're looking for and is willing to make a trade. And that's Pocket Dimension. It's a creative sandbox, geolocation game, virtual economy, social platform, and all of those systems are designed to feed into and support each other. It's also designed to work equally well on mobile and VR, complete with cross-platform multiplayer support. If you want to know more about the technical details, like how Pocket Dimension is actually just a tiny web application that can fit inside a Game Boy cartridge, go to about.pocketdimension.io. I'm also going to start live streaming the development process to keep everything as transparent as possible. Alternatively, you can just skip straight to the part where you give me money. I'm trying to raise $80K so that I can work on Pocket Dimension full-time for a year and pay for several years of infrastructure costs in advance. When the funding runs out, I'll have found a sustainable source of revenue, or I'll just open source the whole thing and go get a regular job. I've already been working on Pocket Dimension in my spare time for the last year and a half, so if this campaign gets funded, I'm hoping to do a beta release by the end of the year, with a full release date to be decided depending on feedback during the beta. And that's everything. Thanks for watching.